My Mom's Recipe Box. Today we are going to be making a vegetarian dish that can easily be the main entree at your Thanksgiving table. This is a maple roasted sweet potato and Brussels sprout gnocchi dish, and it's going to have some brown butter and some sage in it. It's going to smell just like Thanksgiving. It's really tasty, it's very filling, it could easily be your entree. Okay guys, so we're going to get started. I'm so excited today because I actually prepped everything and I remembered to preheat the oven. And I even put the water pot on to boil, so I don't know what happened. Maybe the plants lined up. I think it might have something to do with a recent election. I'm not going to say anything else about that, but woohoo! We're very happy here, okay? I'm sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so what we're going to need for today's recipe is we're going to need a couple of sweet potatoes. And these sweet potatoes have been washed, peeled, and cubed, okay? And this is 2 pretty good sized sweet potatoes. And I will let you know why they're in this bag in a second. We're also going to need Brussels sprouts. This is about 10 ounces of Brussels sprouts. Now, you usually will shave the Brussels sprouts, just shred them, so you've got these nice little ribbons of Brussels sprout. No. If you guys want to go to the store and buy pre-prepped Brussels sprouts, I say go for it. I did not do that. I bought these fresh, and I started to shred them, and then I thought, oh no. This is going to take me forever. The leaves are always falling off. I love to eat Brussels sprouts, but I hate to prep them. So what I ended up doing was I just chopped them up. Okay, so they're chopped up. It's just going to have to be okay. If you guys want to shred, by all means, go ahead. The other thing we're going to be using today is, this is potato gnocchi. And this is about a pound of potato gnocchi. Okay. My friend Anita Rosner on At Home with Anita Rosner has a recipe for gnocchi. You can make it by yourself. I'll put the link down below. Like I've said before, I'm on the lazy side of cooking. And if I can buy a good gnocchi in the store, I'm going to do it. But one of these days I'm going to make it. Don't worry. Anita, I'm going to make it one of these days. Not today, okay? So these are basically the things that we're going to need for today's recipe. So let's get started getting the sweet potatoes in the oven because they take the longest amount of time. So, like I said, I have my sweet potatoes in this freezer bag. And we're doing this for cleanliness sake, okay? Instead of having to get your hands in all the oil and the syrup and the salt and pepper and drizzle and mix and everything on your baking pan, we're just going to pour a little bit of olive oil in here. That should be enough, maybe a teeny bit more. Okay. Then we're going to take a couple tablespoons of maple syrup and we're going to put that in there like so. Okay, we're going to save a little bit. No, we're not. You can always use more. That was about 3 tablespoons, okay? And then this is a salt and pepper blend. Now this is freshly ground pepper and pink salt. The pepper is a peppercorn mix. So this is black peppercorns, pink peppercorns, coriander, white peppercorns. And I think it's a really good mix and it gives you a little extra spice. So if you can find it at the store, it's a peppercorn medley. Try that, okay? I think you'll like it. And we're gonna put that in here. Okay, and we're going to seal the bag like so, and then we're going to massage it. And this is fun, guys. So much cleaner than, you know, on the pan. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that all the olive oil and all the syrup and all the spices are on those sweet potatoes, okay? There we go. That's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to open this up. Now what I have on my baking sheet here is a piece of parchment paper. And I love parchment paper, keeps everything very neat, nothing sticks to it. Don't waste your aluminum foil, guys. Put it on parchment paper. Okay. Parchment paper costs so much less than aluminum foil. At least around here. Okay, so see how easy that is? Give it a little shake, hold on to the parchment paper. There we go. The hands never have to touch oily, sweet, sticky, peppery sweet potatoes. Unless you want to spread them out a little more. And just do a little shimmy. There you go. All right. And this is going to go in a 400-degree oven, guys, for about 30 minutes. Okay. So come on back and we'll get started on the rest of the recipe. Okay. Come back. Welcome back, guys. So the sweet potatoes have been in the oven for about 30 minutes. They smell great. I turned the heat off, turned the oven off. I'm leaving them down there for, for a few minutes just to keep them warm, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the Brussels sprouts ready. So I've got my pan here and I'm going to put it on medium. Medium, a little closer to the high side, but mostly medium, okay? And then I'm going to add a drizzle of olive oil. Okay, generous drizzle. And then I'm going to add our Brussels sprouts. Okay, here you go, Brussels sprouts. And then I'm also going to add salt and pepper. Be kind of generous with your salt and pepper, okay? And then we're just going to stir these up, and we're going to just kind of mix them around, stir them until they start to soften. And that's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So while those are going, we've got our pot of boiling water here. That was hot. So let's get our... And this is boiling salted water, everybody. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our gnocchi in here, okay? And they're going to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes until they start to float. And when they all start to float to the top, then they're done. So we're going to let that go there. We're going to toss these around a little bit. Okay. All right. I can't really say that I'm a big fan of the smell of Brussels sprouts cooking, but when you add the maple syrup and you've got them with the nice sweet potatoes and the soft, tender, delicious gnocchi, they actually taste really, really good. Okay, so I'm kind of a late convert to Brussels sprouts. I never used to like them as a kid. My mom never served them. I don't think my dad would have allowed them to be in the house. He had a lot of rules. Okay, these Brussels sprouts are kind of like popping out of the pan, so I'm going to put the lid on, you guys, because I don't want to get hit in the eye with a flying piece of Brussels sprout. So I'm going to set the timer for about 3 minutes, and we'll see what happens to those guys. I also cut the heat down. We're going to come over here and give our gnocchi a stir. And it's not floating yet, but maybe in a few minutes it will. So we will check back in a few minutes. Hi guys, welcome back. So now it's time to make the brown butter sage sauce. Okay, so this is the pan we had the Brussels sprouts in. I've moved the Brussels sprouts over there. The gnocchi started to float, so they're sitting in a colander. Oh God, don't show the sink, oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna turn the burner on medium. There we go. And we're gonna take 4 tablespoons of butter right in there, because you can't make a brown butter sauce without butter. Okay, I'm gonna get that melting. Okay. And then to the butter, we're going to add some salt and pepper. And about a tablespoon, a little bit less than a tablespoon of rubbed sage. Now, if you want to use sage leaves, you totally can do that, okay? But I just don't happen to have any. So I'm going to add rubbed sage, okay? And give that a stir. We're going to cook this for a few minutes until it starts to smell kind of nutty and sagey. The butter starts to get a little bit brown, okay? You can already see that that's starting to happen a little bit. You can see it's foaming up. Well, it still smells like just butter. So hold on, let's get this going a little bit longer. Okay. All right. This is where you're really kind of following your nose, guys. Okay, I can smell the sage. So Sometimes in the copper pan it's hard to tell when things are starting to turn brown. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to add our syrup. Okay. There we go. Now this is basically going to be the sauce for your gnocchi. I'm going to cut that heat way back here. Let that cook for a minute. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to add everything to the sauce, okay? So we're going to start with our Brussels sprouts. Put those in there. Okay. All right. And then, can you just excuse me for a second, babe? We're going to get our, excuse me, Ray. We're going to get our gnocchi. It's been draining. We're going to put that in. Bring the heat back up. Okay, we're going to give that a stir. Okay. Well, it looks pretty good already. It's going to look even better in about 1 second because we're going to add our sweet potatoes. So first of all, let's get rid of this. And then get our sweet potatoes out. Turn this heat down. Okay, look out, honey. Here are our beautiful roasted sweet potatoes. Okay. We've got some lovely syrup coating on them. They're going to be sweet. A little bit of spice from the pepper. And in they go. Now sometimes if you like a little heat with your sweet, and I think they go together really well, you could bump up the spice on your potatoes if you want to. Add a little cayenne, maybe add a drizzle of hot sauce, whatever you like. Okay, lost one there. There we go. Okay. Give this a toss. And there you have it, guys. Maple roasted sweet potatoes with gnocchi and a brown butter sage sauce with Brussels sprouts. Come on back and we're going to give this a taste. Okay, welcome back, guys. It's time for tasting. So I'm here with my beloved cameraman and husband. So let's see what we've got here, babe. I'm going to try and get a little piece of everything. Wow. Good.
The flavor really pops.
You can definitely taste the syrup. You guys. It's so good. The gnocchi is nice and tender.
Oops. There goes some for Rafe.
Oh well.
Rafe doesn't have to jump on the table now.
Sweet potatoes are soft. Sweet. Flavorful. The Brussels sprouts are really toned down by the butter and the syrup and the sage. So you don't get that really strong cabbagey taste. It's really good. If you're looking for a vegetarian entree for your Thanksgiving table, I recommend this highly. There are several steps that you have to take, but it's worth it. It really is. It's a delicious dish. Start to finish, I would say, even with the prep work, an hour, a little bit more. Yeah, it's worth it, guys. It's really worth it. So I hope you enjoy this maple brown butter gnocchi with sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts. We'll work on the title. But until then, if you like what you see, please share, please like, please subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, we'll let you know when we drop a new episode, which is every single week, guys. Every week. Like clockwork.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So take good care, everyone. We love you. Stay safe. We'll see you next week on My Mom's Recipe Box. Bye-bye.